Hey, I'm Tom, welcome to Daily Patterns, and today we're reading Genesis chapter 23. I don't know whether you ever walk through a really dark period of life where things seem to be going really quite wrong and where you're left thinking, God, where are you in all of this? I can't feel you, I don't know where you are, I don't know what your direction is for my life at the moment. Maybe it's just me, but I've walked through a few of those patches. In Genesis chapter 23, not only does Abraham lose his wife, who has been a massive part of his adventures over the last few chapters, but we also see no mention of God by name. It's like in Abraham's dark moment, we read this chapter and think, God, where are you in all of this? It looks outwardly like Ephron the Hittite is trying to be helpful by saying to Abraham, you can just have one of these tombs, you can have somewhere to bury your wife. But scholars think actually he was playing some sort of difficult game with Abraham, trying to stop him owning land in the land that God had promised to Abraham so that he wouldn't have any claim on it in the future. And then when he did sell him a grave, scholars think that the price that Abraham had to pay was actually massively overinflated. It's like in these dark moments, not only was God apparently not present, but life was harder than expected for Abraham. And yet the decisions that Abraham makes in these dark moments go on to shape the lives not only of his son, but of his grandchildren and actually their descendants over hundreds of years to come. Because that grave becomes an anchor for the Israelites as they grow into a nation in the future. In many years to come, the whole nation are taken captive in Egypt, and they long to get back to the land that God promised to Abraham, the land in which not only Sarah was buried, but Abraham and their son Isaac and his wife, and Abraham's grandson Jacob and his wives all end up buried in this same tomb, and it becomes an anchor, a focal point, a longing point for the Israelites. The decisions that Abraham made in a time of great darkness, actually to hold on to the promise that this was the land that God had promised to him, they shape him and his family for hundreds of years to come. When you walk through times of darkness, times of challenge, what are the promises that you hold on to, that you keep acting on when God feels like he's distant, when God feels like he's far away? Because these decisions that we make in our hardest moments, they're the things that shape us, because God is always working for the good of those who love him. Take care, God bless, see you soon.